Hi guys, so I make my own version of this satin crunch bag inspired by Odwan Stitches. Thank you very much for I had so much fun making this bag and I'm going to be sharing with you guys. So without any further ado, let's just get right into the business of today. So for this tutorial, you're going to be needing a satin fabric, a shiny face satin fabric. That is what I use for this tutorial. You're going to need a wording, you're going to need your fastener, and you're also going to need your sewing machine, of course, and your sewing tools. Now I have all these pieces here, and here, this one that I have here is going to be the main bag where we are going to be keeping all our things. This measurement of this particular one I have here will determine how big or how wide you want your purse to be. So this one is about 6 inches by 9 inches. So you want yours to be bigger than this. That means you're going to be increasing the measurement, the width, and the depth. Then you're going to be adding a wording to it just to have this soften effect. You don't want it to be too hard, so don't put your art there. Then I have this bigger one which is 21 inches by 9.5 inches. This is going to be the one we are going to pleat or gathers to make the ruch effect all around the bag. Okay, then I'm going to be cutting 2 of that. Then I also have this long strip of fabric of about 30 inches long and then 3 inches wide. So this one is going to be used for the handle. Remember, we have a rushed effect on the handle as well. So this one is what I'm going to be using for the handle. So you can get as long, as wide as you wanted, okay, but you don't want it to be too wide. I have another one here which is going to be used as the smaller rope tied around the band. So this one is 11 inches and 3 inches wide. So we are going to be folding this into 2, or so this I'm going to be cutting. I have 4 of this, then I'm going to be joining each shot together so I can have 2. Then I have this one lastly, which is going to be the length or the height of the handle. We're going to be inserting it into that longer strip that we measured earlier. Okay, so this is when we are going to decide on how long or how long you want the handle to be. Okay, so now that'll be all for that. So we're going to start with this one here, and we're going to be stitching the side with 0.5 sewing allowance. Then this other one, we are going to make a gather stitch on one side like this. So this is going to be the down part of the bag. So you're going to do it separately on the 2 before we attach it to this one that we have here. All right, so guys, I'm done doing that, and this is what we have. So I'm still going to be joining these 2 together. All right, and I'm going to join this side too. Then this one I already joined together, and this is what it's going to look like. So if you want yours to be bigger, then you know what to do, how to the measurement. Then I have this one here which is going to be tied around the handle of the bag. So I just shape the edge. You can shape both end, and you can also shape one part like this. So after that, now I already turned the rope. As you can see, I'm just going to press it flat, and I make sure that this joining allowance is facing one side, like it's at the center. So guys, now I'm done pressing, and this is what it looks like. So give it a proper press so that to relax. Then I already did one of the handle to save our time. I'm just going to show us how I did it. So this particular one that we cut as 12 inches by 1.5 inches, so I'm going to be inserting it into this longer strip. Okay, remember I said this one is going to be used as the height of the band, but we just want the longer strip to be like a ruffled or a runched effect around it. So you are going to insert this pin. So I'm going to insert this smaller version. So I'm going to insert this smaller one inside this longer strip now. Then I'm going to secure both edges. I'm going to stitch down both edges to secure the smaller one, just like we used to do when we insert elastic band into our elastic casing. So guys, now that I'm done with that, I'm just going to adjust it and make sure I make the ruffles even. All right, just arrange it, make it even, so that you don't want the folders to be on one particular point. So after this, now the next thing is to attach to the hem of the bag, like the opening of the bag. So you can decide on how you want it to be, but for this one I just want to make it like I want to have a measurement for it. So I measured 2 inches from the side of the bag. Then I'm going to pin it down, and on the other side also I'm going to measure 2 inches away from the side seam. Then I'm going to hold down my handle, like my bag handle, like so, just like you see me doing. So yours can be less than 2 inches, and at the same time it can be 2 inches. Then you can also decide to make it more than 2 inches. This totally depends on your preference, how close you want the handle of the bag to be. Then I'm going to attach the second one on the other side, just like you see me doing. So after this, now I'm going to come in with the pleats that I already made. Okay, this other pleat that we made earlier, I'm going to place it right side facing each other like so. Then I'm going to stitch it round. So this stitching is not going to be ordinary. You are going to have a pleat, and if you want to make it easier, you can simply run a gather stitch on this hem, on the hem of the fabric, before attaching it to this place. This totally depends on how convenient you want it to be for you, because that is why we have excess, just to have this ruffled effect. Now that I'm done with that, this is what it looks like. So I'm just going to pull it out. I'm going to bring out this, and I'm going to remove all my pins. So after this, now what you are going to do next is to top stitch on the lining. Now I'm going to top stitch on the lining, that is the main bag. Then we are going to proceed to the next. Now that I'm done top stitching, this is what it's going to look like. After top stitching, you are going to secure the hem of the bag by folding in half an inch, and you stitch it down. All right, then you push it in back before you fix your fastener or your press button, your zipper, or whatever. If you are going to be fixing a zipper, you are going to be doing that before you place the fabric you use for the gathers. I just hope you guys understand. So, but for this one, I'm not going to be using a zipper or a press button. I'm going to be using this fastener here. I don't know the name right now. I'm going to find out and tell you guys. Some people call it fabric plaster. I don't know, because it has two sides, and that was what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to measure the total amount of what I needed, like the measurement I have at the opening of this bag is what I'm going to be cutting out from this, and I'm going to be attaching it to the hem of this top, one of this on each side. So guys, I'm done with that, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it is not easy to open, so whatever you put inside your bag will not fall off easily. Okay, and if your bag is too full, there is possibility that it does not close very well. So guys, thank you very much for watching this tutorial. That will be all for this mini bag. If you find this video helpful, kindly click on the like button, share this video for people that might be interested in, so that we can reach as many people as possible, so that we can reach the right audience. Turn on the notification bell, and if you are yet to subscribe to the channel, kindly do so now by clicking on the subscribe button, hitting on the notification bell, so that whenever I drop a new video, you'll be the first person to do. And please do not forget to drop your comments in the comment section, and also I'll be dropping the correct name of that fastener very soon. So till next time, I'll meet again in my next tutorial. Bye bye, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.